Hey guys, Richard here. Got a question from email. Hi, it is very interesting to watch your videos about Korea. It is nice to know people's opinion about Korea and Korean people. I would like to ask two questions. I am a complementary therapist counselor, and I also have a lot of experience teaching and healing children as well. I am Hungarian, but studied and lived in the UK for quite a few years. I would like to move to Korea. Are Korean people interested in these sort of therapies or methods? Would it be possible for me to teach English at a Korean primary school or language school, even if my mother tongue is not English? It would be nice to know your opinion about my questions. Thank you. Have a wonderful day, Judith. Gonna start with the English teaching question first. There are generally 4 types of English teaching jobs in South Korea for native English speakers: private school or hagwon, public school, university position, and corporate. There are probably others, including private lessons, which are technically illegal, but probably at least half of everyone who teaches over there at one point does some private lessons under the table to earn extra cash. You can earn up to $40, $50, $60 an hour or more per lesson teaching English privately. My question to you, Judith, is what passport do you hold? Because Korea is really strict when it comes to English teachers. They accept people from one of 7 countries: United States, Canada, England, the UK or Ireland, which includes Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa. It's nearly impossible to get an English teaching job over there legally unless you have one of these 7 passports. I only know of one person in my experience there that wasn't from one of these countries that got an English teaching position, and this was a gentleman who had a PhD. He was from Holland, and his English was perfect, and he was hired at my university. And I was a little surprised when he told me where he was from. Where I worked was one of the very, very top of the top positions you can get teaching English over there. I was really lucky with where I worked, and they treated us very, very well. They use logic when hiring people, and I did really feel like the best candidate got the position. And that includes this guy who was from the Netherlands who taught next to me. But I never heard of that other than him. And a lot of these positions that most people go over to take in Korea teaching English are not like what I did. They're public school or private hagwon. Private hagwon positions are so hit and miss when it comes to getting a good job, but all of those people will only accept people who are native English speakers, because that's the only way that they can lure in more students for parents who are paying for the children to learn English, because it's a business more than it really is a school. It's funny, we were in Montreal recently where they speak French before they speak English, even though it is Canada. You can be from Montreal with a Canadian passport 100%. And it doesn't matter how good or bad your English is, you can go over and teach in Korea English. I was talking with one of our friends about this, who became my friend. He spoke English well, but with a tiny bit of an accent because French was his mother tongue. And he wanted to know if he could go over and teach in Korea English. And I told him absolutely yes, without a doubt. Some schools will not care at all that your English isn't spot on, perfectly 100% natural, because they just care about the passport, which is a bit ludicrous. But not all schools are like that, though. There are thousands and thousands of different opportunities in Seoul, around Seoul, outside Seoul, in the countryside, in the different cities in South Korea, owned by all sorts of different people. Some people really do care if you're interested in teaching, if you like teaching, and then there's others that the schools are so big and they hire so many teachers, and there's so many teachers turning over on a regular basis, whether they're finishing their 1-year contract or they're quitting or they're doing runners where they just leave halfway through their contract, that it's hard to keep good teachers in those positions, and therefore they'll take somebody that looks good or is from one of those countries, and that's really mostly all that matters. There's a lot of X factors over there when it comes to private schools. And you get over there and you just sort of learn this stuff by talking to people and hearing about other people's experiences. Anyways, there are other teaching opportunities over there, not English teaching, but other languages like French, Spanish, German, Portuguese, Chinese, Japanese. These are all also popular and growing in South Korea, if you're interested in teaching one of those, if you can really look online carefully and in depth, you can find something. But Hungarian, I don't know. If you speak another language besides English and Hungarian, you might have something going there too. As for therapy and counseling, I don't have too much insight into this. I do know that art therapy became very popular after the big boat sinking, the Sewol incident, where people who were grieving used art therapy, or art therapy was encouraged, and we saw a lot of that on TV, people participating in that, especially young people. Therapy and this sort of human healing still is not that popular in Asian countries, including Korea. But more important than anything else is, if you don't speak fluent Korean, there's no way you're ever going to be able to even break into this sort of field, or any field for that matter, because the majority of jobs over there require fluent Korean. And honestly, those jobs, you work your friggin' tail off. It doesn't seem enjoyable to me. And for anybody out there interested in working in South Korea in any industry other than teaching English, you need fluent Korean. Can't stress it enough. It seems obvious, I suppose, but if you don't have really strong Korean language skills when you get there, you're going to have to develop them first before you can consider doing anything else. I think that would be my best experience to give you. I've said it before, we've both said it before in videos. You want to work over in Korea and you don't want to teach, or you would like to teach but you can't, study Korean. It's either that or you're just visiting over there, really. Any questions that you have at all about Korea, something that you might be wondering, you can drop it down in the comment section. You can also email me privately. The email address is in the description box below, contact@HallyuBack.com. Thank you so much for watching. If you got anything from this video at all, click the like button. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. That's it. I'm out of here. Hasta luego. Maki, did you see the big birds right outside the window? What kind of birds are these, Ma?
Oh no, some type of heron it looks like.
I want to say stork, but I know that's not right. They're huge, Maki. Did you see the birds? Ma, was she looking?
She was looking.
She was looking.